Hello everybody, this is another Hot Wheels collector video. Today we're looking at the 67 Custom Mustang. This car is actually from the Fast and Furious 5 pack from Hot Wheels, and this obviously came out in 2023. This car also featured in the Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift movie and was actually one of the main cars in the movie. It was actually the car that beat Drift King in the final race in the movie, and is actually the car that the dad of the main character built up in the movie as well. And it is that iconic green Mustang that everybody quite likes, especially the people from America I feel appreciate it the most. But anyways, let's get into the facts about this car. So the car used in the movie had a 2.6 litre RB26 swapped inline 6 from the Nissan R34 GTR. Another interesting fact about this car is all the cars survived from the movie and were sold at prices from $14,000 to $22,000. All the cars in the movie were also tuned to about 320 to 330 horsepower, and there were actually 5 different cars used in the movie to shoot all the scenes. This car also had 264 pound-feet of torque, which converts to about 358 newton-meters of torque. The top speed of this car is not clear, but the stock version of the car does go 126 miles per hour. As I've already said, all the cars used in the movie all survived, and none of them were actually destroyed in the movie. All of them were sold on to next owners and survived, which is awesome to see because this car is an absolute valuable piece now, to be entirely honest, and is also a classic car nowadays. Very nice car, and I know a lot of Americans would be absolutely devastated to hear the news that all the cars were actually destroyed in the movie. But that is great to hear that none of them were, and all of them survived and found new homes and new uses after the movie. But anyways, that's it for the facts about the car. Now let's get into my actual showcase of this thing. Alright, so kicking off this showcase, we'll first of all start off with the side of the car, and we'll start off with a wheel choice. So this car is rolling on the Phil Reelman wheels. Very nice to see that. They are done in chrome. As for the actual colour of the car is all done in metallic green, and it is very metallic. It has a lot of metal flake in the paint. It does suit the car great, and also, once again, accurate to the movie car. As for the tamper work on this car, there is not a whole lot going on. So first of all, we do have that nice white striping which runs just above the skirt of the car. The skirt of this car is not created using the base plastic, and is just created using the metal. So it is just done in that metallic green. There is also the door handle of the car, which has also been tampoed in a silver tampo. And for the final detail, which is actually not a tampo, but it is in the metal casting, is that nice vent on the rear quarter panel. I really do like that detail. As for the wing mirrors on this car, they are non-existent on the casting. I am kind of glad Hot Wheels didn't do them, because it would be hard to replicate the real-life wing mirrors, and it would just look really not good, to be entirely honest, if Hot Wheels did their little blob thing. Usually Hot Wheels just do some kind of like little blob of metal where the wing mirrors are supposed to go, and doesn't look quite right on older classic cars which have the thin chrome wing mirrors in person. I will also mention that the front windows are actually wound down on this car, making it look a lot more sporty. And a final thing I will mention is the interior plastic is done in grey. Okay, moving on to the front of the car, there's no tamper work on the actual front section of it, but they have actually carved out the front headlights as well as the grille, so you could add your own details using Sharpie acrylic paint. I will also mention that the front bumper is created using chrome based plastic. Very nice use of that. Acts as a nice colour split, but also adds that extra level of realism, making it look a lot more realistic and accurate to the real life movie car. There is a nice amount of tamper work on the hood and top of the car. We have 2 nice large white stripes which run all the way from the front hood to the rear trunk. And you can also see 2 nice large vents on the actual hood of the casting as well. They are in the metal cast. Super nice to see that. Finally, there is a small vent near the windshield as well. Awesome details once again from Hot Wheels. That's really it for the front of the car. I will mention that this car does not feature any windshield wipers in the plastic, which is made to represent the glass of the real life car, unfortunately. It is a nice small detail to have on some cars, but doesn't make or break the deal. It just adds that extra level of realism. So it is unfortunate to not have them, but I will get over that. As for this side of the car, it's the exact same as the previous, so I'm not going to bore you on this one. You can obviously pause the video and have a look if you're looking for something specific. If not, let's move on to the rear of the car. You can also actually see there are some nice vents there on the rear fender area as well. I almost missed them. They're in the metal cast, and they're not actually tampered. but they are very subtle. You can see that line in there. If I tilt the car there, you can see it a bit more. It's more noticeable. But anyways, moving on to the rear of the car. There's no tamper work on the rear of this car, unfortunately, either. You could add your own details because the rear lights have actually been carved out using Sharpie acrylic paint, and you can also detail in the Ford badge as well. That is also in the metal casting. The entire rear bumper of this car, like the front bumper of this car, is created using the chrome base plastic. Very nice use of that. Once again, realistic, and adds a nice colour split to the car. There is also a nice license plate holder on this car as well, so you could add your own license plate using permanent stickers. Lots of people decide to do that. And the exhausts of this car are also on that chrome plastic base section. Alright, now moving on to the final area of the car. We'll tilt it around and then we'll show you the top of it. So, here's the top of the car. I've already mentioned that these stripes run from the hood of the car to the very rear of the car. Very nice, and they are in the actual movie car, so it's lovely to see that extra detail there. I do believe strongly that Hot Wheels should be making these very accurate to the movie cars, because that's why we're buying them, to be entirely honest, or most of us are. Yeah, not anything else really going on the top of the car. You can see obviously all the windows are done very accurate to the real life car, but yeah, nothing else to really see there. So that's really it for the showcase of this car. Now it is time for my final thoughts and review of this thing. Alright, so now it's time for my final thoughts and review on this car. It's really nice, to be entirely honest. Hot Wheels have done a great job on the details, and it gets the job done. Obviously this is a mainline, so you can't expect everything to be done, but for what it is, for the price point this car's at, it's got a really acceptable amount of detail. I do like this thing, and I do recommend you pick this one up, and that really just leads me on to my score. I don't really have anything else to talk about this car. It's just great. Love the colour scheme on it, but it's just accurate to the movie car, so nothing really to add there. And yeah, let's get into my score out of 10. So, what I'm going to give this car out of 10, it's going to be receiving a solid 8.5 out of 10. Really nice car. I'm really over the moon. It's better than I actually expected. When I first took it out of the packaging, I didn't think it was all that great. But now looking at it, it just really does grow on me. Love this car in real life, and I actually love the movie one. And I love this representation of it as well. I just love it. Love this era of Mustang, definitely one of the best in my opinion. The Fox body I think is at the top for me, or maybe even some of the modern ones. But anyways, that's besides the point. There you go, that's my score out of 10. Do you agree? Do you not agree? Let me know in the comments. But anyways, that is it for this video. So, if you guys did enjoy, make sure to like. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Remember, you can also press that notification bell so you do not miss any new uploads. Remember, you can also share this video with any friends, family, or in any groups who may be interested in this video. But remember, don't feel pressured to if you don't feel like you have anybody who may be interested. You watching this video all the way to the end means so much to me, and I really do thank you for making it all the way up until this point. But anyways, that is it for this video, so I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye, everyone.